next year he gonna be.
It's crazy how they doing my boy, man, honestly, but he balled out.
By next year, he gonna be a bona fide superstar.
They didn't think he could do this, and the people that's hating on him didn't think he could do that.
He wasn't no fifth round talent. They knew that.
Y'all can doubt him, and y'all can say all that stuff y'all saying about him, but what God got for the boy, you see him put that wrist, after that when he tapped that wrist, man, make sure that watch still there.
That's right.
That's that watch still shining, boy.
I'm out there any play. You know, I wish I would always have the ball in my hand.
We've got breaking news out of the NFL where Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders has been named the starter for the remainder of the season.
This 1 week of practice. So imagine, you know, what a full offseason look like. It get dangerous.
I broke the rules.
They didn't doubt the talent. They feared the outcome.
They greased the stairs, told me climb anyway. To the crown of the room, then said on your place. Film scream MVP, but they mute the sound. Bury truth in the dirt, let the lies do round. Draft night felt like a courtroom rig. Evidence clear, but the verdict fixed. Handshake snakes with a smile so wide. Crossed out my name with a permanent line. They scared of a king who can't be controlled. So they sell fake fear like truth got sold. Trying to break my spine before I touch the throne. But pressure only turn cold as stones.
Watch this.
They know.
Facts.
Facts! Woo! Riot lip, they cut the brakes on purpose. Woo! Turn the lane to a service. Woo! Fake stories, puppets and serpents. Woo! Buried alive, but the dirt was worthless. Who really pulled steer? Feel company, can't stop this. Still here, still here.
What going on? We back with another one.
First team reps locked behind steel
Need y'all to
doors.
hit that like
They feed me
button,
crumbs, then that's
subscribe,
why I want more. Death chart like a graveyard shit. They bury talent, promote relationships. Coach cold shoulder like I'm bad for the brand. But I read defenses like God's own plan. They want silence, obedience, smile and wait. But I throw truth deep, can't check down fake. Trolls bark loud from a Wi-Fi cage. Throw rocks at a lion still in his cage. They pray I crack, they bet I fall. But I've been training the fire since before the call. Talk heavy, read that, cold blood. Flex! Even harder, they've been cutting the power. Flex! Every minute, every hour. Try to kill a seed, a forward flower. But I grew teeth in the dirt. Divorce. Impossible. Impossible. They tried to drown me. Forgot I was the
We back. Y'all see that title. Y'all see that thumbnail. It's silly season. G. Bush said it's silly season. It's laughable, comical. Up there, the media around Shedeur Sanders has become laughable. It's comical. It's groundless, unfounded, arbitrary, draft droll, and I dare say they're plain old stupid. How this Cleveland media continue to talk about Shedeur Sanders, and it seems like the scrutiny picked back up after Jarvis Landry had came out and said what he said about Kevin Stefanski. Then all these media heads, radio and whatever else, whoever else they could find, called in and was talking about how Kevin Stefanski that he's a good guy, he's a good coach, and now. They stayed one day on that defending Kevin, then it went right back there to slandering and sabotaging Shedeur. It's crazy to me. I don't know about y'all, but it's crazy to me how this media continue to throw Shedeur's name around and around. Now he got character concerns. They don't know if he really wanted to be the quarterback. So dude just up there in the draft at the combine talking about if you draft me, if you want to change your coach and your franchise. He just saying that just to be talking. I guess so. Now they don't went around the merry-go-round They done went around the merry-go-round trying to pick and choose every quarterback but Shedeur. I knew it was going to happen. When they flag football happened and they seen Tom Brady throw that ball, I said they're going to talk about Tom Brady next. Tom Brady can still play. Would he be the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns? Man, look here. I need y'all to hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Tell your friend about that money, man. You already know, man, because we cooking over here. I'm telling you right now. Y'all up in here what I ain't saying, and I appreciate you for coming, though. But it's anybody but Shedeur. Then they talked about J.J. McCarthy. No sugarcoating is me, just so you know. I appreciate you, big dog. But then they talked about J.J. McCarthy, Josh Dobbs. Like, bro, when this gonna stop? And as y'all can see, Andrew Berry ain't did nothing y'all done told this man to do, or what you done speculated and thought he was gonna do, or what you want him to do, or what you want for the Browns. Andrew Berry ain't did none of this. And Cleveland ain't came out and said nothing. The organization ain't came out and said nothing. They ain't even giving them ammunition by going to Ty Simpson pro day. They ain't giving them no ammunition. Andrew Berry didn't go. Well, they can still have a private workout. Y'all want to be right so bad, but you all the way wrong. Y'all want to be right so bad, but you all the way wrong. Cleveland Browns, I don't even think they was out there. I don't even think they was in the facility watching Ty Simpson. I ain't got no particular order tonight. I'm just showing the video. But don't make no sense to me is that you connecting Ty Simpson to the Browns just because he has a relationship with Todd Monken. Did anybody ever think that Ty Simpson don't have the relationship? Ty Simpson dad has the relationship. They the ones that work together, not Ty Simpson. He was a little bitty boy. Ain't nobody connecting it. Just because he knows Ty Simpson's dad, y'all thinking he gonna draft Ty Simpson. Don't he know Coach Prime? Didn't he try to recruit Shedeur to come to Georgia? Just like he tried to recruit Ty Simpson, supposedly. I don't know about if he tried to recruit Ty Simpson. I know he tried to recruit Shedeur. I know that for sure. So it's like Mary Kay, the first one I seen that started it. But you right, man, Robert. They panicking because nobody telling them nothing. Ain't nobody, and I done told y'all, ain't nobody never told them nothing. They having people call in that I ain't even never heard of. It's Joe Blow. He an NFL analyst. He an NFL this. He's on the line. Trying to sabotage and bash Shedeur, talking about character concerns. Bruh, it been almost a whole year since Shedeur been drafted. And y'all up here talking about character concerns? What had this man done? He didn't even want to talk to the media. And y'all, he didn't want to talk to the media and mimed, and y'all got mad because of that. Then when the man do talk, you get mad because he talk. What character concerns do you got? Because I ain't seen none. It ain't no domestic violence. It ain't him getting locked up, going to jail. It ain't no this and it ain't no that. It's nothing. Far as I know, he don't drink, he don't smoke, he don't do nothing. All they do is wear gold chains and carry around Louis luggage with money in it. That's it. But there's character concerns. Meanwhile, you got a quarterback on your roster that had 22 to 24 women come out and say he had exposed and touched them. Shedeur ain't had none of that. It don't make no sense.
Quarterback's job is, and it's more than just you taking care of the football.
How is Ty Simpson going to stop that search for the Cleveland Browns if they take him at 6 or 24 or anywhere in the first round?
Well, Ty, even though he hasn't played a lot of starts, I think that's the one thing people look at. He's been around college football at a high level, and he's not just in college, but he's the son of a coach, a college coach, and man, he's just done a great job. And last year he really did an excellent job of taking big steps forward, big chunks from going from playing a little bit his previous years to all of a sudden on the football field. Starting the season fast and making a lot of big plays for us. And he understands the game. He understands not just the X's and O's, but what the quarterback's job is. And it's more than just taking care of the football. It's when to make those plays. And we put a lot on his shoulders to check things. So he gets it all. He did a great job of managing the game, but he also did a great job of making big plays and big moments for us.
Kalen DeBoer, head coach of the University of Alabama. I don't need you calling in on radio shows talking about your quarterback that played 1 year under you. I need you to focus on your job because you in the hot seat, bro. You need to be focusing on how you going to get this Alabama Crimson Tide back to the SEC championship and competing in the college football playoffs, or you going to be up out of there. Then the next thing is, you just said he ain't played that much. Now, all of a sudden, he a first rounder? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. We've been covering this Shedeur Sanders sabotage almost a year. Didn't they tell us that the one reason why they like Dylan Gabriel is because he played so long in college and he been at so many different offenses in college? Didn't they tell us that? And they said Shedeur Sanders didn't have that many offensive coordinators. So now you praising Ty Simpson to be a first rounder for playing 1 year of college football as a starter? I'm confused. Then the next thing I'm confused on is you saying his dad was a coach. He been around college football all his life. Well, let me say it in Shedeur Sanders' way. His dad is a GOAT. He been around NFL football all his life at the highest level. Can I put it like that? Shedeur Sanders' dad is a GOAT that played in the NFL. Shedeur been around NFL Hall of Famers all his life. Which one better? Who done seen it? Who done learned from it? This that buffoonery, man. This why I can't even. This is why this Cleveland media, Spencer said it, is a joke. Shedeur dad ain't just a college coach. He a GOAT. GOAT. One of the best players to ever play in the NFL. A 2-time Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer, and an MLB player. I ain't taking nothing away from Ty Simpson dad. But what I'm saying is, you can't tell me Ty Simpson this, that, and other, and then X out Shedeur when he got the same thing plus better. It don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. How? That what I don't understand, bro. How y'all playing two sides of this thing? How y'all playing two sides of this thing and saying this the best quarterback in the class? Now, like I told y'all, I don't know what Ty Simpson gonna be. I don't know what Ty Simpson gonna be, but I know one thing: he ain't better than Shedeur. And let Cleveland take him at 6 or 24. Let Cleveland take him at 6 and 24. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Cleveland ain't gonna take him. Andrew Berry ain't drafting him. And look, it's only 2 teams in this draft that could potentially be looking at Ty Simpson. That's the Cardinals and the Jets. And one of them only got 1 pick in the first round, and the other one got 2. And if they want to go ahead and waste one of them first round picks on Ty Simpson, go right ahead. Because the Jets is the most likely team because they working them out. They got a private workout with Ty Simpson. Schedule coming up. If they take him at 16, I would be surprised. I would be surprised that they take him at 16, but I would understand why they did it. Because they need a quarterback. But if you got 3 first-round picks in 2027, I'm talking about the New York Jets now. If you got 3 first-round picks in 2027, you mean to tell me I'm going to waste the first-round pick on a quarterback that played 1 year and I still don't know what he can do? Go right ahead, Jets. Go right ahead. Cardinals, if you want to trade back into the first round and draft Ty Simpson if he fall that far, go right ahead because you need a quarterback. I understand. But Cleveland? No. Cleveland? No. I'm going to tell y'all right here. It might not happen because I'm going to take that back. Ty Simpson really could fall to the 3rd round. On one of these mock drafts I did, y'all ain't see it. I did it off camera or whatever. I ain't uploaded. Ty Simpson fell to the 4th round. On one of these mock drafts I did, he fell to the 4th round. I wouldn't be surprised if he did fall to the 4th round because now it's the media. And I think Adam Schefter getting paid now, talking about teams are looking at taking Ty Simpson in the 1st round. I think they doing the opposite of what they did with Shedeur. We just starting a whole month early instead of 2 weeks early because I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. I'm trying to find that clip. Like I said, I ain't got no order tonight. I just wanted to get this off my chest. That's why I'm like, I gotta go live back on the main channel just to say all this because this was ridiculous. Now, some of the same stuff they were talking about criticizing Shedeur. I reposted it. I said, this is the same stuff they were killing Shedeur Sanders for doing. Ty Simpson doing the same thing Shedeur was doing. Spinning out of danger. Away from, look, you see it? Holding on to the ball too long. It's like, I don't see the difference. I don't see the difference. Mel Copper said he didn't hear that. I believe Mel. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Spencer, you're right. Because he fit the mold. He fit the mold of what they done made up of a quarterback to be. And then the other thing is that he that skin folk color. And if you notice, it ain't too many of them left at quarterback. Because back in the day, I seen this one clip. I'm telling you, I seen this clip. One of them NFL execs or front office folk. Well, I don't know exactly what it was, but he worked with an NFL team or something. I don't even know his name, but a white dude, old white man on the video back in the 70s or the 80s, might have been the 70s. He said they taking over. He talking about black folk. They taking over every position. The only thing we got left is the head coach and the quarterback. This is exactly what the man said. He said they taking over every position. The only thing we got left is the head coach and the quarterback. Now, I ain't watched the Black Quarterback documentary. I know what you're talking about, but I ain't never watch it. I need to now. But now, even more black quarterback than ever. And not only is it more black quarterback than ever, they actually playing good and leading teams because they dual threat athletes. They ain't got to be running like Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson, but they mobile enough to escape these 4-4 defensive ends. They're 6'5", running a 4-3 and a 4-4. You got to be athletic unless you're going to have them offensive linemen that can match. But no. But no. This is laughable.
The same guys that swore for 2 years he was a top 5 this, he was a starting this, he was the greatest. All of them have said this. Wet Butt Media members, let's go. Head honcho, Wet Butt Media member number 1, Dan Orlovsky. A year ago, you thought he was top 5. 2 years ago, with Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, Drake, you thought he was a top 12 pick.
I would be surprised if Shedeur Sanders in 3 years is not a successful starting quarterback. Shedeur's physical ability, his tape says starting quarterback in the NFL that you can win games with.
This one hurts me. I love Nick Wright, but you're a Wet Butt Media member as of now. There's no team in the league he can start for, let alone be a backup for.
Bo Nix is going to be an NFL player. He is not in Shedeur's class. They have the best quarterback on the field by a decent margin.
Colin Cowherd. Now you're talking about his tape. Well, why don't you bring up the other shit you said about his tape in college?
Shedeur's the second most talented quarterback in this draft, and people get paralyzed by Shedeur Sanders being overrated. I think you're undervisioned. He was not only accurate with an atrocious O-line, he is the most accurate college quarterback ever. I'm calling it a wrap. The Herd Newsroom is calling it in Ohio. By a landslide, Shedeur Sanders should be starting.
What changed? What changed? Like, the only thing I can figure is the ratings. The negative headlines around one of the most popular players when everybody, supposedly the media, everybody hating on him. You got to spin it to match everybody else's narrative so people can tune in. You gotta show, you gotta include yourself in the frenzy for clicks and the likes. What Dan whatever his name, the head coach of Oregon, what he said, they doing it for clicks and likes. We doing this for wins. That's exactly what this media doing, man. Ever since Shedeur done came in the league, not even in the league, before, because the hype around Shedeur had got so big for some reason during the offseason around this time last year that the NFL already knew they were going to collude against them and make them fall to the 5th round. And now the hype's still around them, and we in a whole new draft class still talking about Shedeur Sanders. And it ain't, when you have a headline and a segment on every sports platform, national platform, talking about the Cleveland Browns quarterback situation, and it's because of one player, you know you got something. Broke over 100 school records, and all the other quarterbacks got drafted ahead of them and did not, that even, what? In him, Shedeur Sanders broke over 100 school records. All the other quarterbacks that got drafted ahead of him didn't do that, not even Lil Dylan. T, you said it. Dan Lannon, that's his name. And he fell to the 5th round. But Ty Simpson, somebody that can't even lead the Crimson Tide. I don't give a piss by nothing but the Tide, baby. He couldn't even lead them to the SEC championship. College football playoffs. And be competitive. Come on now. And you telling me they do the first round and Shedeur was the fifth round? This what rubbed me the wrong way. Like, how can you say one player is better than the other player when one player didn't even do as much as the other player? And not only did he not do as much, the other player broke records and threw for way more yards and touchdowns and had a better college career.
Do you believe that Shedeur has a chance to get this right, or are we just kicking the can down the road until 2027?
All right, so here's the way that they think about it, based on my conversations with people around the Browns, and also coaches who know what's going on there. Look, there was this belief in coaching circles that if you want to work with the Browns, you've got to at least believe that Shedeur Sanders will be a factor in the quarterback position. Nobody's handing him the job, to be clear, but there was this belief that, look, there's talent with this guy. There's no doubt about it. As a matter of fact, I strongly believe, had there not been concerns with his character, he would not have gotten out of the third round. He's a drop back quarterback. He's not a runner. He could scramble. He's not a runner. There's a lot of talent with this guy. The question is he committed to being it? Is he talented? Is he committed to being and developing his talent? That was the issue coming to the draft. That's why he dropped to the fifth round, which definitely was surprising. I'll admit it. I thought he'd go earlier, but based on the teams I spoke with who interviewed him, who talked to him before the draft, I mean, you could see why he dropped. Now, that was then. This is now. He's got a wonderful chance to be their quarterback of the future. I'm very interested to see what Andrew Berry does with all this draft capital. He set them up pretty well. As I mentioned, 3 picks in the top 39. They've got a 3. They've got a 4, 2 5s, a 6, and a 7. But quarterback, guys, is not the only position. They have very little depth on this football team. They haven't been very aggressive, other than they're rebuilding their offensive line. Potentially, they're going to have 5 new starters. Certainly going to have 4. The question is what they do with DeJuan Jones, who's spent 3 years on injured reserve. They got to figure out the left tackle position. But to move this forward here, guys, they've got a lot of questions. There's no question about it right now. There's a big mystery about where this roster's going.
Here we go with this. The people in the building, the people I talked to. Then he didn't even finish this. What did they tell you, dog? Everybody say the character concerns and what they told me about the interviews. But nobody said what they saying in the interview. The only time we done heard something was he talking about Shedeur came in there with some headphones on and he didn't know the corrections in the install. Now Brian Daboll fired and the scout that came out and said leaked that stuff is fired. So who was really telling the truth? Nobody. Because they lying. Character concerns. Do he really want to play? Is they listening to him? Like, where's you getting this from, bro? Like, how can you sit there and blatantly lie? Like, literally, you telling me a lie. They done got so used to this president that he done tricked everybody and made them feel like just because they part of the media, they can say whatever and you gonna believe it. Cause that's what the president do. That's what he do. He get up there and say whatever he want to say and people gonna believe it. Ain't no they lying. The Iran folk ain't asking for no ceasefire. They ain't begging to stop. But that's what you gonna tell us. Well, that's what you gonna tell your folk. when they come out and say that? No, that's what you want them to do. So the media, they want to portray Shedeur Sanders in this totally negative light to the point, because like we said it. I seen our Jesus said he did say that they're gonna take over. And you know, if they hit on Shedeur, if the Cleveland Browns hit on Shedeur, being a 5th round pick, that gonna set the NFL on fire, because this guy got colluded against, projected 1st rounder, not just the 1st round, the 1st overall pick, Cam Ward. Shedeur would have took your spot if the NFL didn't collude. He would have been a Tennessee Titan. And we wouldn't even be having this conversation, because we'd be like, dang, Shedeur threw for 3,000 some change yards in his first in the rookie season, and he didn't really have much over there. Because you seen what he did on the Cleveland Browns team when he had offensive line down to the 3rd string. His 2 number 1 weapons out, Quinshawn Judkins, Harold Fannin. His 2nd tight end out, Njoku. Now you left with a jag. You left with a jag out there, and you win 2 games at the end when all your help gone. And they keep talking about, y'all see these haters and trolls stop putting up them graphs and them charts. I ain't seen not one graph and one chart on my timeline since I told y'all. And I wasn't the only one. I done seen some other YouTubers that I watched, the Browns Report, the Falcons Report, Chat Sports. They are a big company and got these guys that report on all these NFL teams. And they even say that the PFF, you got to take it with a grain of salt. You can't believe none of this stuff because it made up. The NFL don't count none of that. This a company trying to make money. That's all they is. They said, okay, the NFL based on analytics, guess what? We're going to give y'all some analytics so the fans can look at it, the players can look at it, the NFL can look at it. We're going to charge you a subscription fee, and we're going to make some money while y'all looking at these charts and graphs that we done made up.
You want to bash him for 3 and 5, but make sure you bash Andrew Berry in the process. Kevin, to me, Andy, is a very easy target for guys. He's a nice guy. And when's the last time you heard Kevin say anything bad about somebody?
He won't. He just doesn't say anything.
It makes him a very easy target. I don't know how a guy gets bashed for winning Coach of the Year twice. It's stunning to me. Guy won Coach of the Year twice, took him to the playoffs twice, and people bash his good seasons. You want to bash him for 3 and 5. But make sure you bash Andrew Berry in the process. Andrew put the team together that got 3 wins and 5 wins. Did Kevin take back play calling after it got better? I don't recall it getting better and him taking it back. Now, when after Ken Dorsey left, he did take it back for the next year.
Right.
But I don't think he ever went back and forth in the season. Could be wrong on that.
So let me ask you this. Is Jarvis Landry right? Should Kevin be getting bashed right now? Should Kevin be getting bashed?
And he's getting bashed for his good seasons.
He getting bashed for his good seasons. The man done had 2 winning seasons and just looked up to win 2 coaches of the year them 2 seasons. And you mean to tell me out of 6 years, 6, you have 2 good years? 6 years, you have 2 good years. And not only did they come in your first 3 years, you were 1 and done in the playoffs. I told y'all in my video, some of y'all didn't watch it because my views low. I know you ain't watched it. I said, Kevin Stefanski getting praised for leading the worst ran organization in the NFL the bottom of the barrel organization in the NFL, and he lucked up and had a stack offense his first year, and had some of the same players when he won it again. So but you got a Super Bowl championship defense, but can't get past the first round. You gave up play calling because y'all was losing and bad. Then when Alex Van Pelt took over, started calling the plays and running the offense, y'all started winning. Then you take the play calling back. I don't get it, bro. Like, I don't care if he's a good person. That don't make him a good coach. And it's obvious because your players voted you the worst coach the last 2 years. And I don't know how he was voted before that, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't at the top. Man, look here. I don't know if that's right.
Kevin, to me, Andy, is
The man ain't bad, Kevin. He told the truth. You gonna tell me somebody that's in the locker room that be with that man every day? You gonna tell me he lied? He sees stuff you don't see, and you gonna say he lied? I don't get it, bro.
And so just a little. And so just to give you a little background of that. So my network, Lights Out Sports TV, we had rights to the East West Shrine Bowl practices. And so we live stream the entire practice for 4 days. And when I tell you the first 2 or 3 days of those practices, I've never seen it like that. It's never been like that, the Shrine Bowl ever. Every NFL personnel, GM, you name it, was there. And I talked to Brian Daboll, and I also talked to the GM there. And I can tell you, between the Giants and the Titans, they would not leave Shedeur alone, to the point where I was almost tripping over their digital people with cameras because they were in our way. They were just trying to get as close as they were to Shedeur. So I knew that they were very high on Shedeur. So I don't know what happened from the East-West Shrine Bowl into the draft, but whatever had happened caused everybody to slip or look past or not want to draft Shedeur. Because I can tell you right now that everybody was there to see him, even though he wasn't practicing. He was just kind of on the sidelines. They just wanted to see him in any kind of video they can get of him. So I don't know what happened from that time period to the draft, but I can tell you right now that the Giants, speaking of Brian Daboll and the GM there, and the Titans were very high in them, and that was supposed to be their pick. So I'm not sure what happened at that point.
And I put 2 and 2 together to make 4. Y'all thought I was lying. I said this back when I was saying, I showed y'all in the video. I made the video. I gotta find it, but it was way back then, months ago, when I sat there and said that the Tennessee Titans were supposed to draft Shedeur. The Giants were supposed to draft Shedeur. But them GMs and the NFL colluded, and they didn't pick. The reason why the Tennessee Titan coach got fired because he wanted Shedeur. Man, Robinson, you right. That jersey, Coach Prime shouldn't have did that. I ain't saying they ain't deserved to get their jersey retired because they did break all them records. But not at that moment. He should have waited. All that played into it too. All that, him not having an agent, the jersey retirement, him saying what he said up there in the pre-draft interviews on what we seen, not with the teams, but what we seen publicly. All that played a part into it. Just made it easier for the NFL to collude. But the Tennessee Titans and the Giants wanted to draft Shedeur. They was told not to because Shedeur had a 30 visit with all them teams. The only one he didn't go to was the Tennessee Titans. But I showed y'all the clip of the head coach of Tennessee at the time. I think it was Brian Callahan, whatever his name is. Brian Callahan, I think it's Brian. He came out and said where he was talking radiant, big word, about Shedeur Sanders. What he had seen and what he liked. They was supposed to draft Shedeur first overall, man. Then the Giants was at everything. They was at the game during the season. They was at the pro day. They was at the facilities. They took him out to dinner multiple times. Private dinners. And you mean to tell me he gonna come in the meeting with headphones on? And don't catch the errors in the install? Brian Dable, that's probably why you got fired, bro. You got errors in your playbook. And you couldn't catch them. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. I told you, I'm just jumping around. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I made that video. I told y'all Shedeur supposed to went first overall. I sat there and watched Tennessee Titans podcast when I was doing the research, and the pro football, the PFF Pro Football Focus had Shedeur going first overall. On their YouTube channel, there's a video up there that I put in the video that I made. They had Shedeur going first overall to the Tennessee Titans. They ain't have Shedeur getting past 3. All the mock drafts, all the pre-talk, Shedeur Sanders was going to get drafted to the Titans, the Browns at number 2, or the Giants at number 3. They didn't have that man falling to 9, to 21, to the 5th round. They ain't had him falling that far. They only had that man falling to the 3rd pick. And Andrew Berry traded away the second pick in the draft 2 weeks before the draft. And them narratives came out about Shedeur 2 weeks before the draft. Coach Prime got diagnosed with cancer 2 weeks before the draft.
I've turned the corner on Shedeur. I think he deserves every chance to be the guy, and it's just a matter of how he performs.
What is the scenario where he doesn't play 12 games? Like
Watson takes the job and runs
what?
Like, I wouldn't be shocked if we go to OTAs and Dylan Gabriel's the backup to Shedeur Sanders. I wouldn't be shocked by that. And Watson would be 3rd on that list. Would you?
Not in April, I wouldn't.
Right.
But not in July.
Would you be shocked? Would you be shocked if Deshaun Watson is the starting quarterback? Who the we don't know who they're opening with in week 1.
Start the season?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked, but I agree with Riz that it's more logical to start with Shedeur with Watson.
What an indictment that would be on Shedeur if Watson is your day one
hey,
starter.
listen, if he doesn't beat him out, that's what you're looking at.
I'm about done with Tony Rizzo, man. And Tony G. I'm about done with him, bro. Tony G flipped to Shedeur side, and then he flip-flopping. Like he want to play defense. I need you all the way on one side or another. Tony Rizzo talking about he just want to win. He don't care who the quarterback is. Nah, I don't need that energy, bro. Because y'all know good and well that y'all ready to get rid of Deshaun Watson. And not only that, like I told y'all, you're going to have to double pay this man if you want to play Deshaun Watson. If he play good and lead y'all to the playoffs, you going to let that man walk in free agency? That's what you telling me. You gonna play this man for a year and let him walk. That makes no sense. That's like y'all telling me. That's like y'all telling me Tua signed with Atlanta to go sit on the bench and wait for Michael Penix to become the starter again. I had to throw that in there because that's what they talking about on my other channel, Dirty Bird. Dirty Bird Savages. If y'all want to go over there and watch them videos, Atlanta Falcons talk. That's what they saying. That you gonna sign a player for 1 year. This basically what Deshaun Watson is on a 1-year contract, trying to showcase his skills so he can get another job. You mean to tell me he gonna sit there and be the backup on purpose? I'm talking about Tua. But Deshaun, you had a 5-year, $230 million guaranteed, and y'all paying this man $40 million this year, and still owe this man up until 2030. And you mean to tell me you gonna play him for 1 year to see what he still got? Then when you see what he still got, if he leads y'all to the playoffs, you gonna dump him? So now you gonna count on Shedeur anyway. Or you gonna what? You gonna draft a quarterback? You gonna be out of the position. You ain't gonna be able to get no quarterback in 2027 if y'all go to the playoff. So get what you gonna do? Re-sign Deshaun Watson. Do you want to take your fans through that again? So what you gonna sign him for? Because he gonna want over $100 million. He ain't gonna take nothing less. Why I just laid y'all to the playoffs? I want $100 million. That man done robbed y'all for $330 million. That don't make no sense, man. I'm wasting a whole nother year of my life, Shedeur Sanders' career, and Deshaun Watson career. You could have just cut the man and just ate the dead cap like the Miami Dolphins did. But I know Andrew Berry wasn't going to do that. That would have been too big of a cap number. But I don't see Deshaun Watson starting. The only way Deshaun Watson play is if that thing happen, which ain't going to happen. And I ain't saying it. I don't see it.
If the Browns do draft Ty Simpson at 24 in the first round, does that show that the people in the building
the organization,
and Todd Monken don't think that Shedeur's the dude?
Exactly, because here's the thing. You want all oars rowing in the same direction when it comes to your quarterback. Now, right now, there's some oars on the side of Deshaun Watson. There may be a couple on the side of Dillon Gabriel, and there's certainly some that's saying, you know what? Let's give Shedeur a chance. But if you bring in Simpson, all of a sudden, those oars get painted in Alabama crimson.
That's right.
It's freezing up, man. Come on now.
Colors and brown orange. That's what happens. He becomes the guy. He becomes the focal point. But to answer your question, E, yeah, it says that. If it says once again, this is an organizational decision. Now, when I say organizational, from the owner on down to whoever else has part in decision making on who's going to be that guy.
If the Browns do draft
I don't know what the Browns gonna do in the draft, but I know they ain't drafting Ty Simpson. Mary Kay started that talk.
Oh, he goes,
they have a relationship.
Trotter was in yesterday. I had fun with Jake.
So good.
And he kept teasing me. He goes, who's it going to be? Shedeur or Deshaun? And I'm like, you know what? Either one, man. I'll take either one. Folks, look. Yeah, I like Shedeur a lot. I think he's cool. Anyway, I just want somebody to win for us, okay? And I don't care who it is. I keep telling you this. I know no one believes me. Little Dillon Gabriel wins 11 games. I'll go buy his jersey.
Like I said, flip-flop.
Stats from Shedeur Sanders.
By done with Tony Rizzo, man. He was doing good. Now it like whatever.
I don't think stats tell the whole story. I think how you arrive at the stats tell more of a story. The question is, if you've seen these stats from Shedeur Sanders, is that enough to convince you he's your franchise quarterback? How you arrive to those stats matter to me. 19 touchdowns, 3,300 yards, 64% completion percentage. All that look cool. But this is what I want to see from Shedeur Sanders in year 2. Playing more on schedule. Not putting the football in dangerous spots. Maintain the ability to play off schedule. situational football, meaning how does he perform in that 4-minute offense, the 2-minute offense, and in the red zone. Game management. How does he manage the game with the lead? How does he manage the game without the lead? That'll tell me more about how he arrived to those stats. Because if he got 11 interceptions, but 8 of those interceptions are in the red zone, then no, that's not good. I don't think stats tell the whole story. I think how you arrive at the stats tell more of a story. The question is, if you've seen these stats from Shedeur Sanders, is that a
I told y'all that too when Dylan Gabriel was playing. The stats don't tell the story, because if you looked at the stats and Dylan Gabriel got nominated for Rookie of the Week because of the stats, but the stats was horrible. He wouldn't have had them 2 touchdowns if Quishon didn't run that ball down there. And whatever, I can't even remember what game it was. But in one game, Quishon ran that ball all the way down there. Then Kevin Stefanski decided to call a play action pass twice and took them 2 touchdowns away from Quishon and gave them to Dylan Gabriel. But yeah, I'll be covering the draft. I will be live streaming. Here it is right here. This is the thumbnail. I will be live streaming on this channel during the NFL draft, day 1, 2, and 3. I will be live streaming on this channel and my other 2 channels, Dirty Bird Savages and Money Man. No, probably not Money Man Music, but I'll be on Twitter for sure. Twitter, this channel right here, and Dirty Bird Savages. I will be live streaming the NFL draft day 1, 2, and 3. So you're going to get both me on all 3 of them channels and talking about the NFL draft. This is the thumbnail right here. I already got it made. I just ain't put it out until now. So we are going live watching the draft. Now, I had did it last year. I was live streaming last year during the draft. A lot of y'all didn't know me then, but I appreciate you for coming and staying and finding me. So turn your notification bell on, because April 24th, first round, we gonna see where Ty Simpson go. We gonna see. We already know the Raiders picking Mendoza. We gonna see how good he be in the Raiders uniform. We gonna see what the Cleveland Browns do at 6 and pick 24. I'm projecting right now. I done told y'all these mock drafts. I think the Cleveland Browns gonna trade back. Trade back with who? I don't know, but it's 2 teams that I think, if you watch my video I put out before I went live, then that explain it on the 2 teams I think the Cleveland Browns could finesse and trade with and pull off a steal in the draft to get all the even more picks and a first rounder for 2027. If they take it, if they take the bait. Just because if Ty Simpson falls to the 20s and maybe even the 30s in the first round, I can see Arizona Cardinals trying to trade back up in the first round to get Ty Simpson. I can see that. And 6, y'all know I done told y'all pick 6 with the Cleveland Browns. I done told y'all, man, I would drag Caleb Downs. Still. And I get a receiver at 24. Because Monroe Freeland, yeah, after I done did the research with these mock drafts that I done did and came up with, and I've been reading these player profiles on these other offensive tackles, it's 3 other offensive tackles in this draft that I know for sure that can play left tackle. So you ain't got to get Monroe Freeland just to get Monroe Freeland, because he still need development. Now, one of them other players I'm talking about, he already seasoned. He can play left tackle and right tackle. 3 of them can. It's 3 different other tackles that can swing. They call him a swing tackle. He can play left and right tackle. 3 of them. And guess what? The Cleveland Browns already done brought in one on the 30 visit. And it wasn't Monroe Freeland. Go look at the list. Markel Bell. Markel Bell out of Miami. Dude is a monster. I think he about 6'9" with 37-inch long arms. The average tackle arm length that they looking for in the NFL, the ideal size is 34. What you mean Raider not doing that? Cody on wheels. He did the regular Cody, or this is a new Cody. But yeah, I don't expect Mendoza to come set the league on fire. Like Jaden Daniels, I don't expect that from him. Mendoza, because he ain't do too much at Indiana. Like I told y'all that the Indiana offense and team were built around their defense and the running game. Mendoza was just a supervisor game manager. He wasn't just a regular game manager. He was a little bit better than just a regular game manager, like Stetson Bennett and all them that won the national championship. JJ McCarthy, them were game managers, just decent game managers. Mendoza, he put him over the top because he made some good throws, but he ain't do spectacular stuff to where he put the team on his back. Now that boy Trinidad out of Ole Miss, he put the team on his back. I like him. Coach, that one I'm saying, Coach. They brought in Markel Bell, the offensive tackle out of Miami. Dude, 6. Let me bring it up. Because I drafted him on my mock draft. I drafted guy on my mock draft. I'm about to bring it up real quick. There you go, right here. Y'all see that? 6'8", 35 pounds. He done ranked number 18 tackle out of this draft. That's what they got him. Markel Bell is a mammoth. Y'all don't know what a mammoth is, do you? A prehistoric elephant. This a mammoth. That's what a mammoth look like. That's what it is. A big prehistoric giant elephant. There it is right now. That's a mammoth. So to see the size of this thing, and he's 6'8", 335 pounds. Who will be a prime middle round target for teams that value overwhelming size, power, and strength. Bell began his career at Holmes Community College. But this is what I want y'all to see right here. But he improved over the course of the week and remains a compelling scheme-specific talent. At 6'9", 346 pounds, with around a 36.5-inch arms and a 7'3" wingspan, Bell is one of the biggest players to hit the draft circuit in league history. They ain't got to draft Monroe Freeland at 6. When I found this dude, when I found this dude, and he's from Cleveland, Mississippi, he'll fit right in Cleveland, Ohio. When I found this dude and I seen his name on that list on the 35th, I went right to him. I said, they can get this dude in the 4th round. They can get him in the 4th round and feel they need at the offensive line. Where I had him at. Where I got him at. The 143rd pick. Let me go over this for you. Even though I did draft Monroe Freeland, that's just because I traded back. I traded back to 11. I traded with the Miami Dolphins. I traded back to 11. And then I traded the 6th pick. I got 11 and 30. The 30th overall pick from the Miami Dolphins. Then I traded up with the Cowboys to 20, from 24 to 20. I didn't have to do it, but I did it. And then I got KC Concepcion. But these players right here, 70, 87, 104, and 143. These 4 players right here, if Cleveland Browns can get all 4 of these players, they'll be straight. They'll be straight. Because I'm telling you right now, Connor Lew is the #1 center in this draft out of Auburn. Michael Trigg is like Harold Fannin. Even if they get Eli Towers or Oscar Delp, I'll take any one of them 3 tight ends. Michael Trigg, Oscar Delp, and Eli Towers out of Vanderbilt. I'll take any of them 3. Then you got Austin Barber out of Florida. He one of them swing tackles I was talking about. Then you got Markel Bell, who I just showed y'all. So now I got 2 offensive tackles and a center out the draft. And that ain't even including the Pat Cogan right here out of Indiana that I drafted in the 7th round. And there's one more offensive tackle that ain't on this list. Like I told you, it was 3 of them. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. I just had it. I think I just had it. But he another offensive tackle. This dude out of Texas A&M right here. This guy right here, out of Texas A&M right here. I ain't even gonna try to crown over. I ain't even gonna try to pronounce his first name. Dimitri. I ain't even gonna do it. Crown over. He became a full-time starter in 2024. And he never relinquished the right tackle job after that. At his size, with over 35-inch arms, Crown Over is truly an overwhelming physical specimen with powerful explosion and force potential to blow defenders out of gaps. But beyond his run game utility, he's visibly grown as a pass protector. And they got a 3rd round projection on him, 6'7", 335 pounds. It's plenty of tackles in here. It's plenty of tackles. That's why I said you ain't got to go Monroe Freeland at 6. Now, if you trade back and can get Monroe Freeland like I did, okay, I won't have a problem with that. But I'm still going to draft these 2. Austin Barber and Markel Bell, or I'm going to get the one I just talked about, even though he played right tackle. And then Austin Barber right here for y'all that want to know. 6'6", 314. 6'5", 314. Where that right here? Here it is. He's still learning how to channel full power in the run game, as well as how to properly anchor and keep upper lower sync on passing down. But he has the eventual starting upside, left, right, versatile as a swing tackle in the immediate timeline. What has Andrew Berry been getting in free agency? Versatile lineman. He has been getting versatile linemen in free agency. Zion Johnson, Tevin Jenkins, he re-signed him. Elton Jenkins plays center and can play guard. Zion Johnson can play either guard. Titus Howard, I bet you he can play left tackle, because I think he did play left tackle, or he played guard at one in Houston, I mean. But he signed versatile lineman. Now, if you add them 2 offensive tackles that I just showed you, plus the #1 center, there it is right there. There it is right there. Then you add this tight end. any one of them three I named, Michael Trigg, Oscar Depp, or Eli Towers, you good. You just added another weapon without adding a receiver to your weaponry. Because now Todd Monken, he like to run a lot of 12 personnel too. He can have a 13 personnel set with 3 tight ends and have Jack Toll, who is the blocking tight end, the H-back. He ain't got to go out for a pass, but he can go out for a pass. But you got 2 mismatches at tight end. Harold Fannin, Michael Trigg, Oscar Depp. Oscar Depp do both of them. He block and catch pass. Or you got Eli Towers. Because you don't need the tight end. You can play Harold Fannin like a receiver now. Because you got Jack Toll. You can play both of your tight ends like a receiver. That's a whole different video, though. That's a whole different video. I done did my research, man. And then they got J.C. Davis at tackle. He another tackle. I'm telling you, they can go a lot of different places. This dude, Max, out of Arizona State. Even though he a right tackle, though. But he play tackle. I'll put him at right tackle, move Titus Howard to the left. But what I'm saying, you ain't got to get Monroe Freeland at 6. That's all I'm saying, man. Because look, if this do happen like this, I don't know if Jeremiah Love gonna go top 3. He could go to Arizona, but Arizona got a lot of holes. I don't know who they gonna pick. They'll toss up. They can pick anybody. But Cornell Tate going 2 to the Jets now. So then you got Sonny Style, David Bailey, Ruben Bain Jr., Caleb Down, Jordan Tyson still on the clock. And you mean to tell me you gonna take Monroe Freeland or Ty Simpson? Cam Robinson already gone. He a free agent. He not coming back. He a free agent. He don't need to be on no team, period. I told y'all, if Cam Robinson get on the team, I'm going to try out for the Atlanta Falcons right now. Kevin, I apologize to you in person. I still don't like you, but I apologize to you in person if you put me on that team. I would run down there on kickoff, punt return, kickoff return. I would do every special team it is. But like I said, they can even trade with the Jets. I done did that trade. I did with Miami. I'm telling you. And I put the 39. What one I picked? I put the 39 one out, didn't I? Oh, now they want 2. No, I had this one out. That's what it was. Then I put the 39. I ain't do the first round 2027. So I traded that there. Dave Bailey, Jordan Tyson, Caleb Down. Now I'm at 11. And get what? You can still get Monroe Freeland if you trade down. I wouldn't pick Monroe Freeland at 6. Y'all laughing at me? I'm for real. I'm for real. Let me show y'all that clip first.
I think Shedeur has the talent. I think he, we'll see how the Todd Monken relationship and things go, but I think he's a baller. I think he can really get his guys involved in the game. They got a good backfield. It's really just more of putting the pieces together in a way that they play to his strengths, right? Yeah. And I don't know if they did that enough last year. And he didn't play a lot of games. Well, he played a decent amount of games, right? But he wasn't taking a lot of reps with the ones until toward the end of the season. So this would be a good indication of this year will be a good indication if hopefully he can make that leap, right? Todd Monken was with me and Odell and Baker and all the guys in Cleveland for a year and a half before he went to UGA. Yeah. Then he went to Lamar. Lamar ends up winning MVP, right? Running the football, throwing the football. So it'll be interesting to see how that relationship works because, you know, Shedeur has the gifts. I think he's a talented quarterback. So we'll see. I don't think they take another quarterback. I don't think they can afford to.
They can't afford to. And if y'all don't know who that is Jarvis Landry, wide receiver out of LSU that played with the Cleveland Browns. Like he said, Todd Monken was the offensive coordinator in 2019 for the Cleveland Browns. So now that I'm about to go watch that film, and he just named y'all who was on that offense. Baker Mayfield at quarterback in his second year. Jarvis Landry, who you just seen. Odell Beckham, who was just got there looking like he fresh and brand new and need to be on the NFL team at wide receiver at the little flag football game. Him and Tom Brady about to get signed. And they had a prime Nick Chubb at running back. Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward still on their defense. And you wonder why Kevin can step in and come win Coach of the Year and take that team to the playoffs in his first year. It's setting up like the same thing in Atlanta. Like you got a prime Bijan Robinson. The only thing he ain't got is the quarterback. Well, I'll take that back. He got Tua now. But he got Drake London out there on receiver. Tua at quarterback, Bijan Robinson. The only thing you missing is Myles Garrett and Denzel Myles Garrett on defense because they got AJ Terrell over there. So you see how easy it is? Yeah, DeAndre Carter gone. I think he gone. He should be. I think he on to sign a 1-year deal. But lately, why they get right here, break down these receivers in this draft class, and y'all will be surprised who he got number 5 and who he got at number 1.
People are going to call this rage bait, but here are the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL draft. So by the way, folks, if you were a diehard NFL fan and you would like to stay informed all offseason long, I highly recommend you follow me. I post each and every single day. His number 5 for me is going to be Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate. Regardless of where I put him on my list, he's going to be the first wide receiver taken off of the board. And look, I understand that he has tremendous hands. He is a good route runner. But when you watch his tape, this man has all of his production against off coverage. Out of every single rep that I have seen him go against press man, he gets absolutely dominated at the line. So a lot of NFL teams are going to have him hit the weight room and put on some weight if they want him to be a producer relatively early. So again, I love looking at route trees to determine whether or not that a wide receiver is truly that dude. And unfortunately, when I look at this is not a route tree of a unanimous wide receiver 1 in a draft class. Number 4 for me is going to be Mekhi Lemon. If you're looking for somebody that can dominate zone coverage, here is your guy. He operates a lot out of the slot. He's great with yards after the catch, but like Carnell Tate, he struggles against more physical corners in press man coverage situations. Now, his route tree is certainly more impressive than Carnell Tate's. He's absolutely fearless when asked to work in between the numbers. As long as he ends up getting drafted by an offense that can get him open or scheme him open in motion concepts, I think this is going to be a perfect fit. Number 3 for me is going to be KC Concepcion. And as far as route trees, he has the most impressive one in this draft class by a country mile. In case you're curious, gold means that you are in the top 15%. Blue means you are in the top 5% of success rate. And green means that you are in the top 30%. So he's an animal. Now, it's not just his route tree. He has a lightning release off of the line of scrimmage. He's versatile. He can play out wide in the slot and even lines up in the backfield from time to time. The biggest issue with him is that he had 19 drops in the past 3 years. Hopefully, he can clean that up. Number 2 for me is going to be Louisville wide receiver Chris Bell. If he didn't tear his ACL in November, I think that he would have been the first wide receiver off of the board. Now, he's got the size, he's got the speed, he has the yards after the catch capabilities. Now, due to his size, it's very difficult for him to make sharp route cuts. And last but not least, he did tear his ACL in November. But make no mistake, he is a dog. And number 1 for me is wide receiver out of Arizona State, Jordan Tyson. Now, this is a wide receiver that was created in a lab. He has the hands, he has the speed, he has the route running, the yards after the catch capabilities. His blocking isn't particularly there, but if you're looking for an outside X that can be a playmaker for you, He's the best in the class. Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Who are your top 5 wide receivers in this NFL draft class? People.
Well, there it is right there. Y'all heard him, man. His top receivers in the draft. Now, he broke it down pretty good. And he showed y'all the route trees, what percentages they ran them, and if it was a high percentage or not. He broke that down. That's why I wanted to show y'all that video. That's why I want to show y'all that video. What you mean why it can't be anybody but Judy? I hope it is anybody but Judy. Yeah, Cody on wheels, you right. They always get it wrong. But like I told y'all before, don't nobody really know what these players gonna be until 3 to 4 years later. They gotta come in the league and play. And then when you get a good sample size, which is 3 to 4 years, you will determine what type player you is, especially if you get a first rounder and if you're gonna get your 5th year extension. Your 5th year option, is that team going to cash in their 5th year option on you? If they cash in that 5th year option, then it's either one or two things. You've been playing good and they want to keep you and negotiate a long-term contract, or you ain't lived up to your expectations and they want to give you one more year just to see. But if that's the case, you probably right there on the edge. It's been a lot of busts in the first round. Zach Wilson, Trey Lance. Most recently, Mitch Trubisky with number 2 overall. Come on now. Come on now. Let me look right back at this list right quick. But yeah, Andre Fuller right here, the cornerback out of Toledo, he good. He's straight. But that my Stribling right there out of Ole Miss. He my sleeper pick. A receiver. And you can get him late. But like I said, 70, 87, 104, and 143. The Browns need to draft all of them. They need to draft all of them. But y'all see, I had traded and got more picks. And then one linebacker in the draft out of TCU that I like too. But yeah, like I told y'all, if y'all ain't subscribed to the channel or either one of them channels, Dirty Bird Savages, this right here, Money Man, you already know, Money Man Music. I went live on my main channel because I'm still doing my testing, but it had been like 2 weeks since I've been live on the channel, so I decided to go live, and it looked like it turning out pretty good with the numbers. So I might do it again just to do another test, but I still will be doing membership lives and the live streams on Money Man Music. Now, when I get to Money Man Music up to 1,000 subscribers, it's still Money Man, you already know. It's just no space. That's how you get to that channel, or you can click the link in the description. I don't think I got it on this one, though. But if you go to one of my regular videos and click the link down there in the description, you can see all my other YouTube channels and social medias down in the links in the description. So I will be live during the draft for round 1, 2, and 3. If anything changes, I'll let y'all know. And for the ones that don't know, the Renewed Gospel album is dropping April 18th. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. And I ain't announced it because I was waiting for the album to drop. I'm trying to do all the album stuff. That I done hit 200,000 streams on my music. That's a big goal for me. I just didn't do it the 100,000 stream live like I did. I ain't do a 200,000 because I'm focused. So yeah, I done hit 200,000 streams on the music. Appreciate y'all for all the ones that been running it back, all the music and stuff. Like I said, all this on Money Man. You already know music over there. You can listen to Sabotage, and then the gospel album will be launching over there. Just like I'm gonna put it on Renewed Gospel too. So y'all see this, the ticker scrolling down there at the bottom. Got my Cash App and my X. You follow me on Twitter, my X on both of them accounts. And then, like I said, Renewed Gospel down there for all your gospel needs. And then get ready because we relaunching Godflix Network coming soon for all your faith-based needs, and you want to get a little word in your system to help you throughout the week or help you throughout your day and your life. It's some stuff still over there that I'm still getting views on to this day. That's an evergreen channel where I can always come back and spread the word, you know what I'm saying, and help y'all through whatever y'all going through, bringing some light. That's what I'm trying to do on this channel and on my other channels, spread the word of God, you know what I'm saying? So Renewed Gospel, that definitely do it for all your music needs, and Godflex Network is going to be for all your Bible needs, getting in the word, and I'm coming up with a live stream type videos over there that's going to be real inspiring to see out of perspective of a live stream. But yeah, with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and tell your friend about that money, man. You already know. Y'all already know what time it is.
I've been tired, I've been wrong, I've been weak for so long. I tried my way, I lost control, now I'm back. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I need you. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I need you. Oh Lord. If you speak, I'll obey. Just don't turn away. Oh Lord, oh Lord, hear me now.